Are you looking for the best 3D printers for beginners? In this video we will look at some of the best 3D printers for beginners the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Creality Ender 3v2 Neo 3D Printer. The Creality Ender 3v2 3D printer has the price tag of a kid-oriented 3D printer but the capabilities of a much more advanced one. A fully open-sourced printer, the Ender 3v2 allows users to upload any type of design they want, so it can be used for printing anything from toy figurines to functional hardware. The printer can be fully heated and ready to use within 5 minutes of startup time, and should it lose power during a print, it has an automatic resumption feature. This can allow you to switch the printer off overnight or when you need to leave home, and also helps prevent the loss of a partial print job during an accidental outage. There is a good deal of assembly involved when the Ender 3v2 first arrives, but any decently handy adult will be able to take it on. Creality states the company offers a lifetime of 24-hour-a-day technical service, so you can always reach out for help if you need to. Easy assembly. Compared to Ender 3v2, this Ender 3v2 Neo printer is pre-installed, and the assembly requires only 3 steps. Friendly enough to users and beginners in assembly process, which will save much time. It is convenient for customers to install it in quick way, more efficient. 2.C AirTouch Auto Bed Leveling. Upgraded CR Touch 16-point automatic bed leveling technology saves you in the trouble of manual leveling. Easy to use, the intelligent leveling system can automatically compensate for the printing height of different points of the hot bed. It saves much more time for customers in long-time leveling adjustment. Quickly finish the leveling process. 3. Brand new 4.3-inch UI user interface. The upgraded UI adds a model preview function, making it easier to observe the printing shape and progress for customers, which is convenient for you to know about the model status. Also, it supports 9 languages for different customers' demand. Number 2. Entina Tina 2 Mini 3D Print. If you want a 3D printer that will be ready to go right out of the box, no screws or hex wrenches or bolts or anything to be dealt with, then this affordable and well-rated 3D printer from Entina is the one for you. A true desktop-sized unit, the Tina 2 Mini 3D printer is perfect for kids and adult hobbyists alike. It features an automatically leveling bed, a clear LCD screen for easy operation, and it pairs with various types of software, allowing you to select all sorts of designs. To print an object that's larger than 3.9 inches by 4.7 inches, you'll need a different printer because that's the maximum size for this device. Despite the small size capacity, it can still take many hours to print something, but the ease of use and low cost of the Entina Tina 2 Mini can make it easy to overlook those issues. Number 3. Toybox One Touch Kid-Friendly 3D Printer. The Toybox is truly a kid-friendly 3D printer if ever there was one. It's easy to load the filament, upload designs, and start a print. It can be hard to choose what to print, given the thousands of pre-made designs available in the Toybox library, but that's a good problem to have. It can also be rather hard to get this 3D printer well calibrated for ideal operation, which is done by raising or lowering the bed with a slender Allen wrench, but a patient adult can handle it and then hand things back off to the kids. Small enough to tuck away on a shelf or perch on a desk, the Toybox is also quite quiet while it's printing, so even those print jobs that will take an hour or more to complete won't disturb the household. This is a perfect entry point into the world of 3D printing that kids can use to make gifts, figures, and fun functional toys like disc launchers and puzzle cubes. Number 4. Snapmaker A350T 3-in-1 3D Printer Laser Engraver CNC Machine. This 3D printer is right on the borderline of being acceptable for amateur users, but if you're a generally handy and tech-oriented person, don't shy away. Once you have it assembled, which takes some doing, but the instructions are quite clear and manageable, it's a high-precision machine that requires minimal ongoing maintenance and calibration. And it's not just a 3D printer, it's 3 devices in one. Depending on which module you have attached to your Snapmaker, you can 3D printed objects with a build volume up to 12.6 inches by 13 inches by 13.8 inches. You can use a CNC module to precisely cut objects out of materials ranging from wood to acrylic to jade, or you can use its laser module to engrave designs into materials like wood, leather, or decorative paper. Were this simply a 3D printer, the price tag would be hard to justify. But for 3 machines in one, it's actually a decent price. 3-in-1 Innovation Snapmaker 2.0 A350T Modular 3-in-1 3D printer unlocks your full creative potential, from 3D printing to laser engraving, cutting, and CNC carving. Smarter, faster, larger, and more powerful than ever before, it is a new generation of 3-in-1 3D printer. Get only one machine, comes with everything you need. Larger printing size Snapmaker A350T offers large build volume of 12.6 by 13.8 by 13 inches, so that you can use a 350T to print models that 95% of other printers cannot, and you can print one-piece large-scale prototypes with no need to split the file into smaller ones. It shortens the time it takes from an idea to reality. Number 5. Anycubic Photon Mono X2 Resin 3D Printer. If you want detailed, precise 3D printed objects with paint-ready smooth surfaces, this Anycubic 3D printer is a great choice. Because it uses liquid resin as its medium instead of PLA filament, it can create printouts of the utmost detail and with fewer flaws than filament-fed printers create. To enjoy this level of quality print, you'll need to pay more for the resin. You'll also need to take care not to touch the stuff before it has been extruded and cured by the printer because it's a hazardous material. Also, make sure the printer's case is always on properly during use, as the system uses a potentially dangerous UV light to cure the resin. Easy to use with minimal assembly needed right out of the box, the Photon Mono X2 3D printer is perfect for beginning to mid-level 3D printing enthusiasts who want to make precise objects, be they detailed figurines or replacement parts for a working machine. And because the printer can work with many different slicers, the programs used to create printer-ready files, there's really no limit to what one can create with it. Anycubic Photon Mono X2 is equipped with a 9.1-foot 4K plus large mono LCD screen with a resolution of 4096 by 2560, and a single pixel is able to reach 48 micrometers, which is 4% higher than Photon Mono X, offering 3D printing enthusiasts a greater level of detail printing. Photon Mono X2 Resin 3D printer adopts Anycubic Light Turbo Matrix light source, which can project the UV light both parallel and perpendicular to the LCD screen, providing a much more uniform light exposure, thus improving the quality of printed model. The use of dual linear guides on the 3D machine Z-axis can effectively reduce the risk of layer shifting. Plus, with POM clearance nut combined with a vibration absorption structure to ensure Z-axis operation accuracy and eliminate layer lines, making the appearance of the model more smooth. Anycubic Photon Mono X2 works well on Photon Workshop, Chitabox, Litchi etc., slicing software, and the wide compatibility respects your preferences. Please note, Anycubic Cloud Service is not supported for Photon Mono X2. The 3D printing platform of Photon Mono X2 has a textured checkerboard pattern that greatly improves adhesion and print success rate, easy to remove 3D models. Anti-scratch film can protect the LCD screen from resin leakage damage, save the unexpected costs.